Hello, one thing you should know about me is that in my family, my mom is a waitress, and she tells me a bunch of stories and her experience throughout her job working as a waitress. One thing that she says is very difficult is that many people don't tip. So I asked her, "Do you think tipping should be mandatory?" And she said, "Yes, tipping should become mandatory because many people, especially in big parties, don't tip, and that even when they get tip, the tip gets taxed, meaning that a percentages of their tip is given back to the restaurant itself." And so I thought that was very cruel and wrong to do. And so for us making tipping mandatory, it not only helps them, but it helps them continue to live their life. And so, one of the many people who believe that tipping should be mandatory is Donald Trump. Donald Trump recently stated in one of his speeches that he wants no tax on tips. He said this claim because he was eating at a restaurant one time and he had a conversation with the waitress, and she explained to him how the tipping works. And so he decided that he also wants to not have tax on tip to help out people who are getting their tip taxed by the main chain restaurants such as Applebee's or Chili's, and to help them live a more comfortable life. As we know it, the everything has gone up higher and higher in the economy, making the cost of living more struggling based on how much you get paid. If you have a lower minimum wage, then it's hard. If you have more of a middle, then it's okay, but still living slightly harder. And so because waitresses get paid under minimum wage, that means it's harder and harder for them. And with their help of us tipping, it helps them live a more comfortable lifestyle, because not if they get more money, it helps them live more comfortably. And also, when we help them, we help them get their whole paycheck. But not only that, it is a polite thing to do regardless. And helping them get their whole paycheck helps them pay for everything they need. And like I mentioned before, they are paid under minimum wage. And according to the article by ZipRecruiter and the data collected, the average hourly pay for a server is $12.20. That is far less than the average American, the less than the average minimum wage in California. The cost of living is going higher and higher. So by us tipping, it helps them live very nice and helps them afford the things they need. But not only that, it's polite. Being polite is nice to do regardless. The definition of a server in the dictionary is a person that provides a service. The fact stating is they providing for you, doing things for you specifically and for your party. Many people believe that it's their job, this is what they signed up to do, and they know it. And yes, they are technically correct. At the end of the day, we are all human beings with feelings and emotions. And by helping that, it not only shows what type of person you and your party is, but it also can contribute as a thank you or and I'm sorry based on tips. How many of you guys have ever gone out eating with friends and they were either very rude to the waitress, very demanding, very complicated, and at the end of the day, they ended up not leaving a tip? And with eating out with those kind of people, you would not want to eat out with them again if you know you have to tip and need to have a waitress. So by eating like lunch or dinner with that person who's very rude and demanding, your tip contributes as an I'm sorry and thank you for this meal without speaking to the actual waitress. Because sometimes many people believe that's embarrassing because you're friends with someone who acts like that. So with tipping being mandatory, it helps everyone live more comfortably. It helps the waitress live more comfortably. It helps the economy by letting them get paid and not letting us go more into debt overall. It helps you be a better person by paying it forward, and it reflects that you care, and it's also letting people get their paycheck so they can live comfortably. Thank you.